Hello, 12th of August 2020. Millennials. Yes, we have a big problem. I have a lot of friends of mine that have had to um, send their kids out to different countries to work. Yes, well, if you work for the public system, please fire yourself and leave the path to others. It is not possible to have such a conflict of interest in the education. We have this chamber of commerces doing masters courses, universities. That is illegal completely. We have also these museums, and this is not competitive transparency. I mean, the public governments cannot enter into the museum private side. This is not legal. Then we have theaters, the same thing, and then the public are opening theaters and doing this and orchestras and all. This is not legal. I mean, I don't know. One thing is to be, say, the manager of the roads and the well-being of people, and another thing is eliminating millennials' future. Why? Because you are so inefficient of 1% efficiency that you are eliminating every tax we pay to you. You cannot enter into the private sector. Then we have the selection and the recruitment sites. All the councils are also doing this. And this is completely illegal. I hope that in the north of Europe understand this situation because it is huge conflict of interest that the public governments enter into the private sector and eliminate all kind of life there is in the competitive area. And yes, I remember Mr. Almunia, the competition director in the European Union, mentioned that everything I speak then it is erased very fast. And well, I don't think that no one can erase more than you the economy. But probably all your kids and your friends' kids are going away if there exist any of those kids, because no one can afford to have any kids. Thanks to you, Mr. Almunia, that everybody is poor. Thank you very much, Mr. Almunia, for your competitive disadvantage. Now, then again, we have these building associations that I mentioned before. You millennials, you must complain to this, because if you do not complain, then you will never have a job, and the job you will have, it will be like minimum wage, and then you'll have to go to other countries. All my friends' kids are having to emigrate to other countries. They all have university degrees, languages, excellent persons, but with the taxes and the inefficient public system of Spain, that it's not possible that people stay here and work. Yes, millennials, you must complain. Yes, you must complain. Why do the councils uh, invest so much into brick? Why? Because if you want to rent your daddy and your mommy's office, it's not possible because you are competing with the council's offices, and the prices they provide are so low that you cannot even be a landlord and buy some brick because you cannot compete against these public institutions. And this is the problem that no one taught you. But the solution is that you must start making intrinsic compound calculations. The value of compound, Albert Einstein mentioned that it was the great thing of humanity, this the miracle of humanity, and therefore you must invest in compound interest and compound investment. And but please, you must start ask these public institutions to stop making competitive elimination of private companies, because the result is that you are the collateral for the third time. Yes, millennials, it's not this coronavirus, it is the public system that is eliminating all kind of these competitive advantage and work, so you have to emigrate to other countries. It's a very pity to see how all my French kids have to fly away. And yes, before they went to Madrid, but now not even in Madrid they have a job, so they have to fly away to other countries. And well, it is a pity because they did not complain either. They thought that this was like that forever, and then suddenly they realized that was not the case. So they had to just let the kids go after paying for a huge cost of university and let them go because really Spain is bankrupt. I mean, we have a public system that is completely inefficient with, say, 1% efficiency. And we have these uh, uh, presidents, and then we have the local presidents, the province presidents, and the councils, and then we have boards for each of them. And when they meet, they pass the virus. And then you millennials, you have to start complaining about this. Tell them to please sell all the brick. There must be no conflict of interest in theaters, no conflict of interest in land, no conflict of interest in bricks, no conflict of interest in training, no conflict of interest in selection and all the activities they do, fighting against the private sectors. There must be no conflict of interest in sharing costs. They have so many 50,000 offices and buildings, and they can sell all these for, let's say, around 300 billion is my estimation. And then if we make the savings of this administration and overheads would be another 30 billion. And if we fire all these 3 million inutile workers, public workers that do nothing, then we can make another saving of about 500 billion. And also, if we unite this European Union, Spanish government, the Basque government, the province, and the council, 5 inutile institutions, all of them doing coronavirus, there is no way that they can eliminate the coronavirus because coronavirus is one. So one beats all of them. It's very simple. So if you do that with the, let's say, work, for example, we have availability of employing 3 million seafarers in Spain. No one is doing the training because the training is the merchant marine is of responsibility of the Spanish government. The employment is responsibility of the Basque government. And then we also have the province and the council. Well, I don't know what they do, but it must be very interesting because they have a Department of Employment. So these 5, just give an example of employment, are completely inutile. Well, it is really breaking the law, Judge. I mean, could you do something about this, Judge? Because there is a conflict of these 5 institutions towards employment. I need 3 million seafarers. No one is training them now. No one can put seafarers in Spain now because you cannot bring any foreigners. This is the proof that how inutile they are. And the question is, how long do we have to pay for a 99% efficiency millennial? Because the 99% and the 100%, it's a 1 point difference. This point difference, you are paying it millennial. If it is a 2, then it is a 2% difference you are paying millennial. If it is a 3, you are paying this 3, but not. The situation is that this inefficiency is 99% inefficiency, plus all these billions selling all this brick and selling all these offices. And now with this coronavirus, I think you have seen that we can have one digital, say, government platform, not 5, 1, and this is a 5% tax. With this situation worldwide, then we can have all the youngsters going back to Spain and the youngsters having kids because they cannot afford to have kids. So then it will be finished. This will be Machu Picchu, very nice place with Guggenheim Museum, but empty. They taken so many tax out of the future of millennials that there is no solution. You have to ask for that. Don't wait like John Fitzgerald Kennedy, what the country can do for you, but what can you do for your country, millennial? You must fight for that and get these digital platforms there is many ways that you can fight for that. So anyway, I hope that you do that very fast because yes, this is the great future for our kids and for your kids too. Thank you. Bye.